Hello Internet, my name is the Ringleader, and welcome to a Company of Heroes video. Today we'll be doing a little bit of a, commentary, but just like my good friend Markan does, I'm going to be talking about, well, a topic that has nothing to do with what I'm doing currently. But it may have some little hints in it, because as you can see right here in the video, I'm performing what I call a Panther Rush. This is an absolute horrible abuse of a feature in this game that it's absolutely ridiculous. The ability to take somebody's base with these two tanks. Now I understand in history that Germany had the best tanks in World War II, but that doesn't make this any less just wrong. Now, I would feel a lot worse about this if I was fighting somebody who was competent, but these two tanks, the Panther 4s, I believe, are incredibly overpowered. And so, with this, I will be talking about in this video what you could call abuse of certain mechanics in a video game for other things that are not of their intention. Now, whenever you play multiplayer in any game whatsoever, there always is one slight imbalance. No matter what game you're playing, hell, it could be tabletop. For instance, Warhammer 40k. If you use certain abilities, certain functions, you can get the upper hand on a player without necessarily making it fair, as you could say. So, why is this still happening in video games is what I really want to know. Because when you have something as old as this game, where you have a function like this, it's an extremely cheap, in my opinion, ability to use. It only costs 1,000 manpower, which is not a terribly hard thing to get, and it doesn't cost any other fuel or munitions or anything to get these two tanks that are nearly unstoppable. This game has so much time to be updated. All these games that have these possibilities have so much time to be updated. You can remove these functions in a lot of shooters like Call of Duty. I haven't played the new Black Ops, so I don't know. But they did have a lot of functions that I do remember, but I can't remember specifically, that were cheap as all hell. Now, a lot of people who love multiplayer games, such as myself, but don't like the community, such as myself, it makes it so hard. Whenever I feel like I want to play a multiplayer game such as a shooter like Call of Duty, or if I want to play a game like this, I need to have teammates who I know and I can talk to, because it helps me not get frustrated with the people that I'm playing against. When you play against veterans of a game like this, people who go through and they spend all their time in this game, they don't learn specific strategies that work as much as they learn specific little hints and tricks that they can use to make the game unfair and give them the upper hand, give them the advantage. It's alright and fine and dandy if you have a certain tactic that works that isn't abusing the game's mechanics, but when you find a glitch in a game and you manage to get the upper hand on a bunch of players, stop. Just don't. I don't understand how anybody could have fun when they're just abusing a game and they're making it so much harder for every other player to have fun. It doesn't make any sense to me. So, if you're out there, if you're a cheater, if you're somebody who takes these games and they find your way into them and you find certain little things that you can use to your advantage, stop. Just stop. Nobody likes you. Not at all. I know I've had countless experiences with my friends, such as Markan, where we've had just players running amok through games and just ruining everybody's good time, ruining all the fun. We've had to leave games and just in frustration and end nights completely because of just this one player who can't help but abuse these functions. So the main thing is, to developers, come on. Come on, really? There's so much you can do. There's so much you can change and update and level everything out. And I'd understand if it's something like a shooter where you have guns that are stronger than others or better than others. But in that case, then what business do you have making them fight against each other with those different weapons? That's a good example of why Halo will always be one of my favorite games, is because in each class of weapons, you have just that weapon. You can't get any better than that weapon. It's all about the way the gun shoots, the power of which it shoots, and all that sort of jazz. Where, as in Call of Duty, you can have this weapon is far better than this weapon, and this weapon's really cheap. Cough cough, AK-74U from Black Ops. I know people abuse that, and say with the sawed-off in Gears of War 3 was always the cheapest weapon I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm sure Martin can vouch for me on that. But, you know, I really don't have much else to talk about. I just wanted to get this subject off my chest because it's been welling inside for oh so very long, and it's just something that just irks me terribly. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope to have more videos out soon. I'm sorry for all this delay and everything, but with school and all that jazz, I've had not a whole lot of time. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.